What's good, y'all? Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of ShookFocuz. And today, we ain't gonna get into a whole lot. Y'all see what we talk about. We talk about Aleph. Oh man, I'm gonna have to apologize in advance, y'all. It is about 3 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up, you ask? Because I've been watching these Luna Classic trades, right? Not financial advice, don't go buy no Luna Classic. I'm just telling y'all what I've been up doing. Alright, I've been up watching these trades, and so since I was up, I figured I'd just go ahead and make a quick video about something else that was on my mind, and that being Aleph.IM. And if you're new here, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Can't give you financial advice. I'm just here to bring the news, and let's get to it. So bear with me, y'all. Like I said, I am running on empty. I should really go to sleep, but I got a lot going on tomorrow, and so I'm betting I won't get any videos done if I don't do it now. Now I wanted to talk about Aleph.IM because this project is getting a lot of exposure, and I think it's going under the radar, right? This is not a project that you will find on a lot of hype channels, on a lot of just, I call it market noise channels. Right, you just heard me talking about Lunacy. You won't hear any of the Lunacy Pump It guys talking about this project. It's just not covered very much. I really believe it is kind of a sleeping giant. But back to the lecture at hand, I suppose. I didn't know Cointelegraph even had a magazine. My first encounter with crypto or blockchain magazines was in the last video where the Blockchain Game Alliance actually had a magazine. So we're going to take a look at that, and then after diving into this quick read through the magazine, that's about a 10-minute read. After that, we're going to take a look at this upcoming event and see if we can see anything or find out anything. Looks pretty closed off as as far as pre-event details. So let's go ahead and talk about this. I already got this opened up. So real AI use cases in crypto. Crypto-based AI markets and AI financial analysis. The final two real use cases for AI in crypto, trading AI resources on blockchain-based markets and using AI for crypto and financial analysis. So let's go ahead and get through this, y'all. Excuse me, get some water. It really is quite interesting, the amount of exposure they're getting. It may not seem like the most exciting use case, blending AI and crypto, but both Near co-founder Ilya Pelusukin and Framework Ventures founder Vance Spencer cite blockchain-based marketplaces that source data and compute for AI as their top pick. Okay, so getting ready to make some AI noise here. A lot of AI stuff to catch in this article, y'all. A lot of AI stuff to catch in this article. This is like a 3-for-1. AI is an incredibly fast-growing industry requiring ever-increasing amounts of computing power. Microsoft alone is reportedly investing $50 billion into data center infrastructure in 2024 just to handle the demand. AI also needs enormous amounts of raw data and training data labeled into categories by humans. Pause. A lot to unpack right there in that one paragraph. I gotta apologize in advance. But one, where's the giant demand for AI even coming from? Right? Let's be honest about that. But part two, right? You can say that Microsoft is creating its own problem, but the story for another day. Part two of that, so this part about data center infrastructure, so that rung a bell for me because one of the projects that we talked about on a few of the chill sessions here was Solidus AI Tech. Now what makes this real interesting is if you go back and look at probably not any of the recent videos, but the chill session that was probably from like a year ago, maybe more, on Solidus. When you go through that video, you'll see on the Solidus website they actually had Microsoft listed as a partner at one point in time, right? The Microsoft Partners logo was listed on their website, right? And Solidus is building a data center. So I just thought that was interesting. Now, if you go to Solidus's website now, you won't find Microsoft listed on there. It's no longer on there. Maybe something muddied the waters, right? But I just find it interesting, right? Microsoft saying, "Hey, we invested in 50 billion in data center infrastructure for 2024," right? Well, was part of that 50 billion maybe investing in a project like this that was building a computing data center for, right, revolving around AI use cases, just as you claim to be investing here. So just thought that was interesting, something to note. Getting back into this article. Pozukan believes decentralized blockchain-based marketplaces are the ideal solution to help crowdsource the required hardware and data. All right, here's the quote. "You can use blockchain to build more effective marketplaces that are more equal," he tells the magazine, explaining that AI projects currently need to negotiate with one or two big cloud providers like Amazon Web Services. Still, it's difficult to access the required capacity due to a shortage of NVIDIA's A100 GPU processing units, right? So saying that, one, you already got to compete, right? You're forced to go through basically an Amazon because they got the web services on lock. So basically you're forced to go through Amazon. Then on top of that, there's a shortage on graphics cards, right? That's why there's a couple different platforms that have come out to try to help address that. And I think one of them will come up here as we keep going. If not, I will drop the name. Spencer also cites that blockchain-based marketplaces for AI resources as his current number one use case. So Vance Spencer is really liking AI resources, right, as the number one use case that's going on in that space. The first one is sourcing actual GPU chips, he says, where there's a big shortage of GPU chips. How do you source them without actually having a network that sources and provides and bootstraps a market? So Spencer highlights a cache network which offers a decentralized computing resource marketplace on Cosmos and Render Networks, which offers distributed GPU rendering, right? So when you think of like distributed GPU rendering, just think of, right, hosted GPU rendering, like NVIDIA GeForce Now. Think of that. So NVIDIA's got their cloud gaming platform where you can go on there and game, and you can do it using a computer that's not really spec'd out, that has some minimal hardware, stuff like that. So it's, right, GPU as a service, right, computing as a service. So that's kind of what they're talking about there. There are some pretty successful companies that actually do it at this point that are protocols, right? Another example of a decentralized marketplace offering cloud computing for AI is Aleph.IM. Token holders in the project are able to access computing storage resources to run projects. Okay, Liberty.io, a decentralized large language model, is being run on Aleph.IM. While you might think decentralization would slow an AI down to the point where it's unable to function, Aleph founder Moshe explains that that's not the case. This is the thing. For one user, the whole inference, right, or generation of data is running on a single computer. The decentralization comes from the fact that you get on random computers on the network, but then it's centralized for the time of your request so that it can be fast. Okay, so once you log on, right, once it's logged on, boom, it's given what it needs. Another blockchain-powered AI marketplace is SingularityNet, which offers various AI services, from image generation to colorizing old pictures that users can plug into models or websites. So SingularityNet is a beast. If you haven't seen my Battle of the Bots video, go check that out. Right, some of the lead developer for SingularityNet is responsible for a lot of the work on Sophia the robot, which is AI to the 10th degree. Terminator in this joint. Now, an emerging blockchain-based AI marketplace that Spencer is super excited about is tokenizing and trading AI models. Framework has invested in a Super Smash Bros.-like fighting game, AI Arena, where users train AI models that battle each other. The models are tokenized as non-fungible tokens and can be bought, sold, or rented. I think that's really cool, he says. It's interesting having the crypto native monetization, but also ownership of these models. Alright? So again, it's fitting in with the trend of a lot of stuff that we've been talking about leading up to this point. Right? Being able to, so these characters in this game, AI Arena, they're NFTs. You can sell them. You can, right? You can keep them. You can decorate them. You can move them around. Right? That's some of the goal. That's basically the goal behind this. Right? What Aleph is doing with gaming, y'all, is not a small this is what I should say. The platform that they're bringing to gaming is not to be taken lightly. Right? This is going to be bonkers, y'all, especially in a lot of the games where you get to do so much character customization, where you get to build your character from start to finish. Being able to take that character, that data set, right, and move it, oh my gosh, y'all, into a completely different game. Let's pause and see if we can see what this is. AI Arena. Let's just go real quick and see if it's a game that actually has gameplay. AI Arena gameplay. Check out ShookFocuz Gaming if you're into gaming. Okay, this is a teaser. Okay, so this is what they mean when they say it's Smash Brothers like. It's a platform fighter. This is nuts. They got Brawlhalla going. Oh my gosh. A lot of these stages look like the Brawlhalla stages. I ain't gonna stunt. AI Arena is calling. So y'all can see right there. Cancel, please. So yeah, y'all can definitely see what's happening right there. Let's get back into this. So I think one day, probably some of the most valuable models, some of the most valuable assets on chain will be tokenized AI models. That's my theory, at least, right? Tokenized AI models. Just call it an NFT. Just think of it as an NFT. Don't believe the hype. You can currently source components, data, and compute via traditional Web 2 marketplaces. Oof, I'm sorry, y'all. I am fading fast. We're going to get through this thing here. Almost there. So this is a bonus use case. It talks about financial analysis. So this is gonna kind of veer a little bit away from Aleph, right? The big mention for Aleph is already taking place, but this is just talking about how AI is gonna be used on the financial side of things as well. Can be used on the financial side of things. Anyone who has tried to interpret the ocean of data produced by on-chain financial transactions knows that although it's one thing to have an immutable and transparent record, it's quite another to be able to analyze and understand it. Let me tell you what they're talking about right there. For some of y'all who ain't never been digging, they're talking about, let's go, Chain Explorers. Right, and so if you go to the contract of one of these projects, you can see everything that's been taking place. But that's not very user friendly, and it's a bit of a mess if you don't know what you're looking for. AI analytics tools are perfectly suited to summarizing and interpreting patterns, trends, and anomalies in the data, and they can potentially suggest strategies and insights for market participants. Okay, using AI to make some of y'all who've used KuCoin, right? If you've used a KuCoin trading bot, you use some AI in crypto. For example, MasterCard's CipherTrace Armada platform recently partnered with AI firm Feedzai to use the technology to analyze, detect, and block fraudulent or money laundering related crypto transactions across 6,000 exchanges. Folks are getting their transactions blocked. Elsewhere, GNY.io's machine learning tool attempts to forecast volatility of the top 12 cryptocurrencies, and its range reports uses ChatGPT-4 to analyze trends and buy or sell signals. Right, so now trying to use AI to trade the market. Sorry. Bridgewater is also launched an AI-driven fund. Okay. But AI can help with traditional markets too. That's the hope of Bridgewater, which will launch a fund next year from its artificial investment associate lab that aims to analyze patterns in financial markets so it can make predictions for investors to capitalize on. Artificial investment associate lab. Okay. Previous attempts to do this have produced lackluster results, with the Eureka Hedge index of a dozen AI-driven funds underperforming its broader hedge fund index by around 14%, or 14 percentage points, in 5 years until 2022. So basically saying the ones that are out there are not the greatest right now. So Ralph Kubley, right, a board member with the Casper Association, believes AI can revolutionize traditional finance, but only if it combines blockchain records with rigorous standards to ensure the information fed to the models is comprehensive and accurate. Right? The AI is only as good as what it gets fed, right? A lot of folks get all worked up when they hear AI. AI is only as good as the data it's been given. If it's been given bad data, it's going to be bad. If it's been given inconsistent data, it's going to be inconsistent. You know what I mean? So, for years, he's been advocating for the finance industry to adopt the algorithmic contract types universal standards, or ACTUS, right, created in the wake of the global financial crisis, which was partly caused by complicated derivatives where no one understood the liabilities or cash flows involved. He believes on-chain standardized data will be essential to ensure trust and transparency in model outputs. Fundamentally, we believe that without blockchain, AI will be quite lost. He tells the magazine, imagine you're going to invest in an AI company and you're updated every 3 months about the progress of their large language models, right? If you cannot verify what they fed into the model, you have no way of knowing whether they're making any progress. He explains that blockchain guards against companies fudging their results. And the past would indicate that there's so much money they will fudge about what's going on. Right? AI without its assurance layer of the blockchain, what happened, when, where, what was used, I think will not be effective going forward, right? So AI has to answer all of these questions. He says that combining the two will give rise to new predictive abilities. The hope for AI for me going forward is that the prediction models become much more powerful and behavior can be much better predicted, pointing to credit scores as an example. AI used in the right way could potentially lead to much more powerful prediction models, which would mean that certain people who currently cannot get credit but would be credit worthy can obtain it. That's something I'm very passionate about. Don't believe the hype. AI's predictive abilities have been shown to be poor at best. So far, and trusted and reliable data that's not recorded on blockchain can be useful input for AI analysis. So a lot of words in this magazine article here, but magazine read, if you will. What's the proper name for a magazine story? Somebody let me know, what's the proper term to use for a magazine piece? But out of this, we can see that, right, there's a lot. Microsoft's building these data centers to help handle some of these computing services, right? There's a huge, right, it said that there's a huge need for that, so much so that Microsoft is investing $50 billion in building these data centers out. And then you have data centers like Solidus AI Tech, right, that's being built with AI functionality in mind. You have Aleph, which again is going to be powerful enough to move these AI models, these AI objects, these NFTs. This is what I mean by how well-rounded this use case is for this project is in terms of the use cases that it covers. Right, you're handling computing services, and you're able to move these. You just so happen to be able to move these NFTs. Holla at your boy. So I think we beat that horse enough in a lot of our other videos. So I'm just going ahead real quick and take a look at this event, and then we're gonna get up out of here. So I was trying pretty hard to find it, and we're gonna end up going back there where we was just at. But I couldn't find it. An English version of it, I should say. And so yeah, we're happy to be part of the December 9th Pragma Conference at Telecom Paris. Join us here. So when I clicked on this, it just brought me here. And then of course you got this is the Eventbrite if you want to sign up for attending the event. But again, that's not what I was trying to do at all. Oh, can I do this might actually work. Yeah, we can read a little bit about it. So yeah, this is the event going on December 9th. Aleph will be attending. Take a look real quick. This other picture actually looks better or up closer. Take a look at some of the folks that are going to be here, right? So this is Telecom Paris. You got Hedera, who's going to be there, and Ledger. These are two huge names in the crypto space. Aleph is, I'm telling y'all, the circle of friends is getting bigger. Right? A lot of other projects, a lot of other companies are starting to find out what they can do with this technology. Right? They are primed. Whether they get bought out by, if Ubisoft decides to completely buy them out, or if somebody else decides to buy them out, or if they just too big and they know what they got going and they hold the line and they don't sell, right? There's a lot of either way, there's a lot of positivity in the way of this project. So let's take a quick look at this event. So again, it's December 9th. So Pragma 2023 is a blockchain seminar organized by students from Telecom Sud Paris and members of the Cryptosphere Student Association. Okay, Cryptosphere is a student association specializing in blockchain and artificial intelligence, and is present in more than 20 engineering and business schools in France. Man, France taking care of they folks. This seminar will take place at the Institut Polytech de Paris, de Paris. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. In the premises of Telecom Paris. This day will be animated by conferences, roundtables, and workshops, as well as a pitch contest at the end of the day, where many prizes will be up for grabs. Pragma 2023 will have the support of many partners whom we'd like to thank here: Hedera, BPI Finance, Ledger, Blockchain for Good, Institute Polytech, the Kraus, Aleph, and Zeta chain. I'm not familiar with Zeta chain. Blockchain for good. You know, the founder of Aleph talks a lot about making sure that blockchain is implemented the right way, or it could make, you know, we could be living out a horror movie in real life. We'd also like to thank Telcom Paris. Okay, so they've got the agenda here. Curious to see if Moshe is actually, if he has a speaking block. Zero knowledge proposition. Interesting. So I don't see them listed as a speaker, but they're definitely listed as being in attendance. So maybe they're just there as a consult. But I'm sure we'll get a soundbite from, we get a soundbite from every event they go to, right? So there's that. So again, Hedera, you can fact check it, right? Go to Hedera's website. Hedera's also got the Pragma 2023 seminar listed on their website, stating that they will be there. The other place, we could probably try to check Ledger. I don't know if how Ledger's website is set up, though, if we would be able to find it there. I don't know if they have like an investors breakout or not. Let's see. At the bottom, maybe. Yeah, I'm not seeing it down there, but not seeing it down there, but we know for sure we can see it here on Hedera, and Aleph's got it listed all down there, Twitter feed like 2 or 3 times. So I think it's safe to say that they will be attending this event. And Hedera's got it listed on their website. So that's all I really wanted to cover in this one. Taking a quick look at Aleph. Oh, what did I do with it before we get up out of here? Alright, so up 9% on the day. On the 7-day, what are we looking at? Oh, 15% on the 7-day, and we know they got to be up on the month because everything is up, right? Yeah, they even had what was this here? Oh, did that not peak out? Okay, looks weird on there because definitely at a higher point now. There we go. Chart had to catch up a little bit. So yeah, looks healthy because it's doing what it's supposed to do, right, according to the rest of the market. So that's fine. Keep in mind there's an event coming up, and that is all I had to cover in this one. This was just a failed attempt at trying to find out something about that event. So yeah, folks, that's all I have for you. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, don't get shook. Stay focused, and I'm out.
Hear that music?
Still fresh.